it's my birthday and I had a great dinner last night with family and lots of well wishes from friends, and I wanted to come somewhere quiet, just John and I, and spend a night or two out of the hustle and bustle, because definitely our last few campsites have been very busy.
We are in Kosciuszko National Park in a place called Cooinbil Horse Camp or something like that. Horses camp over there. And Newman's over this side. Not bad spot's about 14 k's of dirt road from the main highway. We didn't bother lowering tyre pressures, it wasn't that bad.
It's just been regraded, the whole road, so
we started about 30 k an hour all the way, but you know, it took about, I don't know, 20 minutes to get here. But it's not a bad little spot, it's just a bit windy today, but hardly a cloud in the sky. It's about low 20s.
We can't actually go all the way to the end of Long Plain Road. They've closed it because they're still grading the final bit, and yeah, you just can't get down there. But that's all right, I'm quite happy with here. I really have my fingers crossed for some Brumbies, some good bird life. Wow, if you want to feel tiny, come here, because this is huge. And there's not a soul. The van's all the way up there, and I've just walked the access road because I've got shorts on and I haven't got my PLB with me, so I'm not going anywhere where I can't see if there's a snake. I've been chasing these little birds, they're so elusive, and then come up on the rise to this. Pretty specky. And the flowers are just out everywhere. Some of them are probably weeds, I would think, but then some of them are beautiful whites, purples, and the yellow sunflowers are just gorgeous. Really worth seeing. But I had to laugh because it says that you can swim here, and I think this looks like the swimming hole. The water is absolutely freezing. You can see, hopefully some horses come, because you can see where they've trampled the bank over there and their horse prints are everywhere. And that would be exciting to see a few Brumbies. And I'm also meeting a scientist. I filled in a survey on the biodiversity of Kosciuszko National Park, and I filled it in because, you know, I'd love to help improve things, but you know, I really don't have the skill set. I answered all of that. I got an email back saying would I be interested in being interviewed, and could they follow me when I'm out in the field to see what I do. So they've watched some of my videos and said that they wanted to meet me somewhere in Kosciuszko, so I thought that this would be the perfect place. I probably won't film her or anything, but if this video is short, that's why, because I'll be answering and doing a little bit of work with her, and I'm really excited that making these videos have given me an opportunity like this, because I've been to lots of parts of this park that I wouldn't have been to if we didn't have the Iridium. Well, he's solved our bin problem. We have a new mod, and John's found what he wanted.
Took me months to find it, but just a thing called the crock bin. I think I bought it from Tent World for about $21. You can get it a lot of places. Crock bin version 2, I think they call it. But just comes with a bracket, which I've just bolted through to here, make sure it's level. And it comes with the lid, or the frame, I guess, with a lid. And you just slide it in place there. Then you got this insert here, which is tightened up, and you put a garbage bag inside. It keeps your food off the ground, because we had nowhere to put it for. But I thought, brilliant idea. About 20, yeah.
We're just going to look for a way to make the lid a little bit heavier or clip down so in the wind it doesn't blow open.
Yeah.
And finally I have succeeded. I've managed to get the insert out of the big drawer. So before it only had room for utensils, and I've pulled it out and put a non-slip thing underneath. And now we've got the fry pan, the plates, the colanders, the bowl, the kettle, and a few other things all in there. And we've put all of the utensils in here. And for us, I think it's much easier because we usually use mainly the fry pan and
the kettle.
And we do have a pot with big handles inside the van, but it's rare to use that. And I'm really happy with it, and it just made life easier. And we got rid of the collapsible fry pan because the big burner in here was too big for it. It kept catching on the plastic bit, and we went and got this fry pan. I think it's 28 inches long, 26 inches long.
It's from Tent World again, I think.
Yeah. And it cooked up so well last night. We had stir fry, couldn't complain. And now it fits perfectly in there with our plates. Our new plates that have got...
Again, Tent World.
Yeah, I know. You've been doing an ad for Tent World.
Okay.
But the plates are non-slip. So sometimes we put them down and on the table that might be a bit off and they start to slide a bit. So I really like them. But happy days. I'm happy with our few more mods. We're getting there.
Well, it's about 5 to 7. We're just starting to do dinner. The sun's still up a fair way, but it's looking good anyway. What do we got?
Oh, we're going to do a stir fry. We use Ben's original rice, even though it says it's microwave. You just boil water, put a bit of water in there and let it heat up. And then you drain the water off and you add it to the pan and it comes out like cooked rice really quickly.
Yeah, it smells good even having new stuff in it.
Yeah, I've got to add that now.
And got to add the what is it? Sweet chili.
Yeah.
Sweet chili sambal stir fry rice. So.
And it's super windy, so I'm just protecting it a little bit.
The wind's died.
So I'm a little bit bummed. All day I've sat. I walked up the valley here and saw all the hoof prints. Noticed that they were drinking at 2 spots that were not far from our camp. They've finally come out, and 2 of the men that are camping in the other spot ran over to them and they've chased them all the way up here. Instead of sitting and just waiting, they were walking towards us. They were quiet and they were comfortable, and you know, give it another 5 to 10 minutes, it would have been great photos. But instead now they're here and they're on high alert, and it's a little sad because my plan failed. But there's nothing you can do because it's a national park and people have the right to do whatever they like in it. But I always try and respect the animals and try and keep them calm. And I think that it's nicer for them and me. But now they're all just standing to attention and no one got any good photos. Well, this is as close as I'll get. I just got a big stomp on the ground and a big nostril flare from what I imagine is the stallion, and I'm not going to stress them too much. The sun's gone down. I am literally in the middle of nowhere, no path or anything. Camp is all the way back there, and I'm going to walk a long way around the horses so that hopefully they don't run too far in the field and they're more relaxed tomorrow. But they're very beautiful and they're amazing to watch run, but I don't want to be the one that makes them run. The fog's rolled in and the temperatures dropped, and the place has a whole new feeling. There's bird life going mad everywhere, and it's just incredible. And then with the fog, the whole campground has turned really eerie, and it feels different as you walk along what really is the horse trails, because there's no official walking trails. And the spider webs are out, and the fog's just sitting quietly. And for some reason, it really excites the kookaburras. I don't know how many kookaburras I saw during the morning walk. I ended up even seeing some as I walked with the scientist, and she was doing her research and questionnaires with me, and it was just lovely. I can't wait to come back and spend time here. I think there's so much to Long Plain Road, and this is just one of many campsites, but absolutely loved the time. It would have been lovely, no wind the previous day. Next week, we're heading off on a bigger adventure. I'm looking forward to that. So I'll see you on the other side. No.
I just know, I know horses.
Do you? Which horse do you know?
I used to be a jockey back in the day.
Really?
Yeah. All 6'6" of me.
Right.
I met this guy who had no shins. You know what his name was?
No, what?
Tony.
Tony what?
Tony.
Oh, toe to knee.
No, Tony. He had no shins, so he's called Tony. Tony.
Okay, I'm going to put this in the video. If you want more of John's jokes, let me know in the comments.